What is up, guys? I am hungover. Pretty sure I'm breaking up with my girlfriend, so God, I am tired today, but that is not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about that riff I was just playing. Everyone seems to have a hard time playing it, at least when I asked you guys if you had trouble playing any. It was Fight Fire with Fire, which I'll do a video for, that second riff, and then this one, Damage Inc. from Metallica's Master of Puppets. And yeah, so I'm going to show you guys a few things you can do. First, I'm going to show you the riff and then how you can maybe practice to get up to tempo. Because I know that playing the whole song through and then getting to this bridge part, you know, it's almost like a break for your hands, but your hands are also already sore as fuck from playing the rest of the song at 100 miles an hour. So I'll play the riff again real quick, and then we'll review the notes, and then maybe we'll go through it slowly, and I'll kind of give you guys some tips for it along the way. So this is the bridge riff you guys were having trouble with to Damage Inc. So short riff, a lot of notes in there, but pretty easy to grasp, you know, once you kind of get it at a slower pace, I think. So first thing we're going to take a look at is the notes. So what are we playing? So first is we start with 2 palm muted open E's. That's it. So the first little phrasing we're going to do is, that's what we're going to learn to do. So first is the 2, and then it's 2 palm muted notes on 7 on the A string, and then 1 more palm mute on the low E. So since you're going to be doing that frequently, that's exactly what I think you should practice to start. Just, it'll help you get all of the rhythms you're going to be playing. So that's the first part to the riff. Then you are now going to, so you hit that last palm muted E, and then you go to, which is the F, which is 8, on the A string, which is open, it's not palm muted. Then you do a palm muted E after that, right? So that's what you've got. That's what you've got so far. So after that, palm muted E, you're going to go down to the D, which is 5 on the A string, right? So again, practice that slow. And you'll see why that little thing is going to help you soon. But so practice that first little bit. That's a good chunk to repeat over and over again. Just to practice it, right? So after that, you go 1 more palm mute there. Now you're doing another double on the 7 on the A string, and it's palm muted. Then the palm muted E again. Right? So you're always going to be going back and putting one of these in there, in the middle. You know what I mean? Not the right note, but you're always coming back to that double. So what do we have so far? That was, right? So you're going and back up to that. And it's a quick one. And you're going back up to the 8 on the A string. And back down again. So and that is a power chord on the E string on 6. So that's the first half of the riff, we'll call it. Well, because it repeats 3 times. So you're going to play that 3 times. So that's where you are. And here's a tip, I think. And I kind of learned the rhythm by going like just straight up on the E string, not any of the right notes, but just figuring out the rhythm. Another method I used, this is a long time ago now, but I think I started doing it like down here because I figured, well, Master of Puppets, he starts down here, right? Whatever. So I figured if he started down there on that song, then maybe he plays down there on that song. But it's an awful far jump. But I do find that very helpful for the rhythm. You know what I mean? Like it kind of gets you, it's easier to pluck that than it is to jump from the strings to pluck it. So like, you know what I mean? Like it kind of, but that'll help you learn it at the very least. And then you can apply that to the other strings. So you repeat that phrase over and over, 3 times over. Now the fourth part is going to start exactly the same. You're doing a double again on the E. Except for this time you jump down to 3 on the A string, which is the C. And then palm mute, E, and then 2 palm muted notes on 5 on the A string, and then a palm muted E again, and then a power chord on B, which is 2 on the A string. So what does that sound like in slow? Right? So that is the fourth part, and then up to speed. Right? So it's 3 times together for the first part. And that fourth part in there. So practice it slow, you know, practice it like. Figure out where you want your fingers to be. Now, when I'm hitting those notes up there, I like to use my ring finger and my pinky finger for a lot of things. So, right, it makes it easier to hit all 3 notes. You're doing ring finger on the 7, then middle finger on the 8, right? And then down to the D, which is the 5 on the A string, with your index finger. Then you jump into that power chord. Or you can do it with your ring finger, but I like to do it like that. It makes it so I don't even have to move my hand, really. And then it sets you up for success for for that fourth part, for that part. So it lines your fingers up for you. So that makes it a lot easier to play that part. But you always want to slow it down and learn it at half speed or whatever, and then speed it up slowly. And you get there, you really do get there. But so some of the tips I have again are do that without any notes. Even do it on 2 strings if you want to do it, like you don't have to do the exact right notes. Just for your picking hand. So that's what I did. That is exactly how I learned how to play it. And, for a while, I think I was playing it wrong. I think I was playing it something like this. So when I heard people online saying it was hard, I was like, well, it's not that hard. It's just it's just a bunch of stupid palm mute, tremolo picking or alternate picking, whatever. But it's not. It's throwing in those are hard notes to hit. So, and even just to practice those ones, I would say, just practice even like, what I mean? Like trying to hit those, having a hard time there. But sitting there doing that for like an hour definitely helped me out. Where you can start. You know what I mean? You can speed it up. So that's what. So reviewing again, that is just, here it is in slow. And always think of the riff in parts, and that is, I kind of consider it like one is this part. That's one part. Then is another part. I really break it down. Some people consider this a whole part. That's a whole part, but I do. Is one part. And I sit there practicing. Those individual hits that I'm getting until I get them fluidly together. If you can figure out one part, I'm sure you can figure out the next or the other. So learn it in small segments. If your hand gets tired at this part or gets tired of that part, don't worry about it. Learn the parts individually and then stick them all together, and you'll find yourself, it'll be a lot easier, I think. Even the best great guitar players, when they recorded guitar solos, they would record a part. And then they didn't like the second half of it, so they'd add in, they'd record a part again, but they liked the first part, so they do the first part with the second part, then the next. So teach yourself that way. Go back and teach it, even if you have to record it or something like that, and you stick it together and you play to those, really, it's not a super hard riff to play. I wouldn't get too worried, but it is a super hard riff to play after playing the entire song. So practice that at slow, and then give yourself a chance to learn it, sleep on it, whatever. And it's an easy riff. And one thing to point out is that it does come back, actually. I forgot to mention this. It does come back after the guitar solo in a different sort of form. It adds a different segment in there. So the first one is the same as the first normal one, but the second one you're going into is going to go. And that is 5 on the A string. And then it does another normal one. And then the same ending. Right? So oops. So then all together it's like this. All right, so that is it. I hope you guys can get something out of that from me. That is just, you know, how I learned to play it. I know it's not super descriptive, but that is the things you can practice. You can practice just individual segments, slowing it down, or individual segments slowed down, anything you want to do in terms of that. But that is how I'm getting it. I just kind of really got in tune with the rhythm that's being played there. So yeah, if you guys are coming back for a Metallica rework on the way, you guys were guessing from Name That Rework what's coming. So that one is on the way. Then I also will have my showcase for the contest I was holding as well. So if you guys haven't seen that, I will link that in the description. And yeah, so you guys have a nice day. I will try to go get some sleep. Take it easy, guys.